Hello and welcome back, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. We're playing Portugal in the Dharma patch, trying out the new mechanics as a colonizer guy, and decided I'm going to make my current ruler into a general because he's not very good, and I wouldn't mind if he died. He's got 8 monarch pips, which is just, it's kind of okay. And we're waiting to see what happens here. Last jousting tournament. More morale of armies? Don't mind if I do, I think. Yep. We now have 5 morale. Up from 3, we have 5. Compare that to everyone else in the world. Castile's at 4.54, and they have Spanish traditions plus 15. I don't have morale as part of my national ideas, and I'm still ahead of them. We have more than one, like almost a whole morale over the Ottomans. Like, it's nuts. To the point where I'm considering just fighting this guy in the mountains if I can. Where's our explorer guy? Let's bring him home for a second and help Castile finish their siege of Fez. Because I think that the sooner he ends his war with Morocco, the better. We have no debt, but we are losing money. I'm still thinking we're not going to get the peace deal. I'm just going to take 1 province. I guess I'll let him take 2 and then I'll reconquest the rest. That way we don't spend any dip. We'll take 70 ducats. We'll make him end rivalry or whatever else we can get for prestige. We're at 21 right now. Sure, sounds good. So we'll just take Gibraltar. Now he'll go siege down Almeria, and I'll release this guy. Still waiting to see if maybe Joloff will accept surrendering himself to me. He's -1 reasons away. A couple more ticks. More coalitions. There's no more exploration to be done, so let's just consolidate and protect trade in... Most likely we need to protect trade in Sevilla first, even though it says it's not the best. These ships are apparently not doing anything again for some reason. I don't know why. Kind of strange. Look at this. I mean, these coalitions seem like they're kind of nuts. So Muscovy has a coalition of Poland, Smolensk, Riga. Lithuania could join. Novgorod could join. Ryazan could join. Like, damn. Did they, like, really scale up the aggressiveness of the AI or something? They all seem to be going nuts. I need a fort up here to protect against things like this, especially if we're going to go to war with Castile. I'm going to build a fort in Braganza. Even though we have a obsessive perfectionist, I can't really afford to delay. Wow, Castile just got lucky and got that 7% chance. That's kind of impressive. Let's wait a month so that this thing can have its autonomy go down before we raise the actual raise the autonomy. New World Companies has expired. Let's do it again. Okay. Mothball that fleet again. This army over here, and I just... Okay, there we go. Morocco pays Castile war reps and 300 gold. We already managed to get behind this fort, which means the army is actually isolated and the garrison's weak. I think we'll just turn around and go after Fez again ourselves. And I'll say stay sitting probably in just garb with the other one. Heresy. All right, hey, this is a great example of an event, I think. Or not. No, maybe not. We were talking between episodes about why you want to delay the Reformation, because it affects when the Age of Discovery ends, and that's when you lose all your bonuses as Portugal. But this is not the one I was thinking of. So we can get missionary, level 1 missionary. 10 papal influence, 10 loyalty, kill the current theologian. Current theologian is a 3/4 price national unrest guy. Or we can gain 50 admin and lose papal influence. I know, I think I'll definitely take that. Yep. And we'll take the national tax modifier guy, actually. Try to make some more money. And of course, Granada got full annexed. As soon as we're at peace, we can release Granada again. Seals announced Morocco as a rival. These guys... Oh god, I did not mean to scorch. Damn it! I meant to click on suppression. Stupid. Fine. Burn it down. That's what I meant, clearly. Arumba, is culture converting colonies to your main culture a good idea for the Ivory Coast? No, not really. Trade companies don't, like, it doesn't matter. Like, when you look at the penalties here, these are the penalties for having a non-accepted culture. But trade companies are what do everything you need them to do. You get all the goods produced and all that other crap from having a trade company. It's not worth spending diplo points on something like that. Culture conversion's never really been worth it. Okay, well, they're going to take Garb back. Means that Castile is at peace now. Just need to get Fez myself. We will lose the Crusade bonus if I end the war with Morocco. And he's lost all of his allies, so we can't reset it. Poland is now the papal controller. No, sad. We lost our leader slot. And a diplomat. I don't want to get rid of either explorer, but I guess if I had to, I'd get rid of the crappier one. Because 5 maneuver on a admiral is really good for protecting trade, and I can't get rid of this guy. He's too good. Joloffian separatists. Yeah, even if he comes at me with his whole army, we got a single tech advantage. So we should be okay. And he's got a pretty weak fort. -1, or rather +1, because it's got less than half garrison, and we've got our 3 siege pip guys, so Fez should fall relatively fast, and then after that we're good. I want to excommunicate Castile. That's what I want to do. How does the Pope feel about Castile right now? Only 31 opinion. Perhaps we should find a way to get the Pope into a war with Castile, so that we can excommunicate him. We have favors with the Papal State now. It'd be difficult to pull the Papal State into a war, I think. Just due to distance and other stuff, but... What would you say your absolute favorite feature from Dharma is so far? My favorite is just the changes to the estates. Not having to have a specific amount of land and not having to have them below certain stupid thresholds just makes the micro when you're at peace a lot easier to deal with. It's a lot less tedious. This whole time, by the way, we're paying for an extra colony without having the right number of colonists, so our economy should be a lot better than it is, but... Alright, that's 72 war score. I'm going to demand from him... over here we had Conquer Tangier, which gave us claims on this area. To expand the buffer zone, we just need to control everything in the Garb area, and that gives us these bonuses. But that's pretty much the end of this tree. So what we're going to do is take... everything along the Garb coast. And then there's a subject here that I want to release. There's Sus and Tafiolalt. Tafiolalt goes all the way into here. And out to Sus. So we got to take at least Sus. The aggressive expansion is going to be isolated to the African coast, which is fine. If we take all of this, and we take the gold mine here, and we make sure we get the estuaries, the emporiums, I can't quite get the entire coastline, but it's only a 3 development province that we're missing on over there. We just need to get a little bit more war score now. Or get him to not want to be in the war anymore. We have extra relationship slot. Let's get access through Tlemcen so that we can march onto Tafiolalt. This high development estuary type stuff occupied back here. Should be a very quick war to wrap up now. It is going to be sad, though, to give up the Crusade bonuses. Bum ba dum bum bum bum. $78 war score. $83 war score. Okay, so we take all that land. And if he'll give me some money, I'll do that too. But new idea, yes. Great. Get that other colonist out there, so then we should be making positive income. And I need to get somebody else on Marquette, and then we've got the peace deal, I think. E3. Oh no, he's on Ceuta. Say it isn't so. Okay, -2 reasons. And that's positive 12 reasons now. So, Cardinal across the border. I can steal the Cardinal from Biera. Or I can take a half-price diplomatic advisor. We already have a half-price diplomatic advisor. I don't really care about the Cardinal that much, and I'd rather not pay money, really? Money and corruption. Corruption being money, so I'll just take the free advisor in case the other one dies. Why did you suddenly decide you don't want to do it anymore? I'm confused. You were about to. Alright, I'll take a tiny bit less cash. Okay, peace deal, go. No more crusade. Sad times. We have expanded the buffer zone. Yay. I don't actually want any of this land because it's crap. So, now that we're at peace, we're going to release subjects. First, I want to cancel military access with Tlemcen. We're at 3 out of 4 relations. We're going to rival Castile. We can then use that rivalry to break the royal marriage with Castile for free. Assuming that we still have it, do we? Or does it break automatically? I do still have it. Break roll ties. There we go. Okay. We can release Tafiel Alt. They will start with no reforms enacted, but will gain your current reform progress and get back all the other crap. So, that's fine. Let's release Tafiel Alt. Then with Tafiel Alt, we're going to grant him... I could keep the coastline for myself, just strictly for naval force limit. But I don't have any admin points, and the next military, or the next idea group we're going to do is going to be administrative, so we need to start stockpiling admin points. So I'm going to just give all of this to Tafiel Alt instead. You can have Agadir. Haha. Granted, he has no claims, and I do have claims and all this stuff, but whatever. And then from him, we will demand divert trade, embargo rivals. And as soon as we get rid of that last relationship with Castile, the military access, we can release Granada. Bum, 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 bum. Border gore makes you moist? What? Castile's also rivaled us, great. That's good. Okay, so we have our relationship free. Let's release Granada. From Granada, we will also demand divert trade. We now have subjects. Now, I could click this right now, but there's really no reason to do it because we can't integrate for a while. So I'm just going to turn that mission fulfilled mission thing off and probably forget about it now forever. We have a truce until 69 because we broke that, dishonored that call. We also have a tech advantage. And assuming that England is still dealing with disasters or something, there's a chance maybe he won't protect him. Let's just check and see. Nope, he'll still defend him. Okay, so we just wait until there's an opportunity for it. Or until we can call the Pope in, try to get this guy to hate everything. Our subject does have some unrest, I assume, so we'll just suppress... from our land into his land. Right now he's disloyal, but that's not going to last if we just improve relations with him for a bit. Now I could also consider making them into marches. I know for sure I'm never going to want to integrate Tafiel Alt. And a lot of his money comes from gold, so you don't really get a lot out of taxing him as a subject. While making him into a march would give us more land force limit. Actually, this is a good opportunity to do a check. 6 development subject gives us 1.3 force limit. While a 63 development subject gives us 1.5. I wonder if that's based on his cores and not his actual... I don't know. It's kind of weird. Well, hey, it's not my fault, okay? Castile started this nonsense, right? By not being a good ally and, like, being a jerk and stuff. Oh, that's interesting. So because we have Quest for the New World, the button for autonomous rebel suppression is now gone. We were able to do it here before, but not anymore. It's just not possible. Even though we're not in the damn New World. Okay. I guess if you are a colonizer, you don't get the features of the new rebel suppression mechanic. How did no one notice that? Like this one's still doing it. Is it just because of the conquistador being in charge? If I unappoint him? Alright, if I unappoint him, I can suddenly do rebel suppression again. Derp. That's stupid. And then what happens if I put the conquistador in charge? Do they continue to suppress? Nope. Conquistadors can't do suppression. This just in. More news at 11. They're incapable. It's not possible. All right. Current colonies are at 614. On some sugar. Sugar times 2. Cool. It's decent trade good. And in one more month, it looks like we're going to have our Splendor up. We can select highly developed colonies. Naval force limit is at 24. I only have 18 light ships. I should build some more light ships. But I'm going to have to wrap it up here, guys. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll see you in the next episode. And otherwise, I'll talk to you guys in a sec.